David Icke claims the moon is hollow and built by aliens and crazy new theory. Former Grandstand presenter David Icke has claimed the moon is hollow and was a spaceship abandoned by aliens in his latest outlandish conspiracy theory. Mr Icke, who earlier this month told Andrew Neil on BBC One's This Week, the royal family were reptilian aliens, has a bizarre theory about how our moon got there. Mr Icke reached the conclusion after taking the leap from a general scientific consensus to say the moon shouldn't really be there. Many scientists agree the size of the moon is one of our solar system's biggest anomalies. 25 years ago Mr Icke shocked Britain by coming out as the son of the Godhead during a press conference and subsequent appearance on prime-time chat show Wogan. The former footballer had been a household name as a co-presenter of the BBC's flagship Saturday marathon sports program Grandstand, who went on to become a spokesman for the Green Party. Although Mr Icke disappeared from mainstream media after the initial shocking story died, he went on to become something of an awakening guru on the conspiracy theory circuit and within alternative media. Icke has written countless books and toured the globe lecturing on his odd theories, making the bizarre his business over the past quarter of a century. His latest concerns our moon. Physics has been unable to explain why a planet the size of Earth has a moon of such a large size in comparison. Our moon would be expected to be about 40 miles in diameter, but is closer to 2,000 miles. Mr Icke has deduced that, because of this, it must have been artificially built, rather than being broken off Earth after it was hit by another planet, as scientists suggest. In a video posted to his YouTube channel, Mr Icke explains his madcap theory. He said, "They have no bloody clue where the moon came from and it shouldn't by physics be there. The Earth not only has a satellite, but it is a giant satellite. Some scientists don't talk about a planet-moon relationship, but a planet-planet relationship. The moon is bigger than Pluto. And then we get the hollow moon. This is what I'm saying, and others have said it's a hollowed-out planetoid." He said the moon was hit by a lunar module to the equivalent of 1 ton of TNT in November 1969, and the shockwaves built up, with NASA scientists saying the moon rang like a bell. He described a launch vehicle later striking the moon with the equivalent force to 11 tons of TNT, and NASA said the moon rang like a gong and continued to vibrate for 3 hours and 20 minutes to a depth of up to 25 miles. Mr Icke said in the video, "These two Russian scientists from the Society Academy of Science wrote an article in 1970 in Sputnik magazine in Russia headed, 'Is the moon the creation of an alien intelligence?' And all these years later it indicates to the fact that they were right." Mr Icke said the outer surface of the moon is extremely hard and contains minerals like titanium, processed metals including brass and mica, and the elements uranium-236 and neptunium-237 that have never been found to occur naturally. He said, "The surface is a poor heat conductor. This spaceship of ages long past we call the moon is superbly constructed. If you are going to launch an artificial Sputnik, it is advisable to make it hollow. It is more likely that what we have here is a very ancient spaceship, the interior of which was filled with fuel for the engines, and materials and appliances for repair work and instruments, observation equipment, and all manner of machinery. In other words, everything needed to allow this caravel of the universe to serve as a Noah's Ark of intelligence, perhaps even as the home of a whole civilization envisaging a prolonged thousands of millions of years of existence, and long wandering through space thousands of millions of miles, and the hull of such a spaceship must be super tough to stand up to the blows, the meteors and sharp fluctuations between extreme heat and cold.